Good afternoon, everybody. Coach Michelle here, and I am back with another video. Today's video I'm really excited about because we're going to be talking about some tips to help you if this is your first time or you're thinking about doing a video to promote your business. So first of all, I want to take a minute to just say congratulations on taking the step to do your video. I think videos are just a wonderful way to promote your business, your product, your service, and to promote yourself because people get to see you, they get to connect with you, and they get to see if you have a product, they get to see how that product works, and if you have a service, they can hear you talk about your service as opposed to reading about it in a write-up on social media, a blog, or anywhere else. Not that I'm against those things, but I just think videos are awesome. So some of you may be a little camera shy, and I'll admit that most people that started out doing videos, they were a little shy too. But you know what? I look at it like this. I am in a room by myself. Nobody's here but me and you. And I like to think of it as I'm talking to thousands and millions of friends that I just have never met. If you do that, I promise you, it'll just take the worry and ease right on off of you, okay? So we're going to jump right on into some steps that can help you as you start to do your videos. So number one, very important, number one, don't make it complicated, okay? Don't make it complicated. Pick a simple subject and just talk about it. And you don't have to talk long. It doesn't have to be a 5, 10, 15, 20-minute video. It can be a crisp 1-minute video. It can be a minute and a half. It can be 2 minutes. So just keep it simple. Again, you don't have to talk long. You just want to make sure that people fully understand what it is that you're trying to share with them, and you want to be able to move them to want that product and or that service, okay? Keep it simple. Number two, relax. Just relax. Don't overthink it. Like I said, you're in a room by yourself talking to your camera or whatever it is that you're filming on, and you're just sharing your message with hundreds and thousands of friends that you just never met. So just relax before you get started and hit that record button. I encourage you just to take a couple of deep cleansing breaths where you take a deep inhale in, let that chest rise, and exhale it out. Do that a couple of times. I promise you, you'll be super relaxed, okay? It's not that serious. It is serious, but it's not that serious where I want you to be all tense. Just relax. Number three, prepare your notes, okay? So your video should be casual. And so but prepare some notes, because if you're like me, I get excited about whatever it is I'm talking about. I could be talking about the pine tree that I'm looking at outside my window. And if it excites me enough, the things that I wanted to share with you, I may forget, and then I may end up sharing things with you that I probably didn't mean to share with you. So I prepare notes. That way it keeps me focused, it keeps me on track, and you don't have to take and make paragraphs and paragraphs of notes. You can just do some bullet points. You can write down some keywords, whatever it is that's going to help you remember what it is that you want to share with your audience, okay? And number four, like I said before, keep it brief. It doesn't have to be super long. You just want it crisp, to the point. That is it. Last but not least, don't worry too much about using a lot of ums. I know that when people get nervous, they tend to go, they tend to talk and they'll say maybe 3 words and they'll go, and some people just naturally talk that way where they're using a lot of ums. Now, I will say this, if that is something that you struggle with, I would encourage you to go and find you a Toastmasters group to get in. They will help you with that. I've seen quite a few people go through the Toastmasters program, and they are just excellent at speaking now. But don't let that bother you, okay? It's just a part of the normal speaking. Sometimes it can be because you have forgotten what you were going to say, which means you need to have some notes. Or it just means that maybe you're a little nervous, a little uncomfortable, but don't let that stress you out. Because I'm going to tell you something. When I first started doing videos and I would get stuck with something I was going to say and I forgot, and I go, and that would just bother me to no end. And I remember one video, it took me 30 takes to get it just the way I really wanted it, because I forgot something and I said, and it just bothered me to no end. So I'm telling you, don't worry about that so much, because over time, as you do your videos, you'll get comfortable and you won't even worry about that, okay? Now, here are some bonus tips that, see, I wasn't going to share with you because I didn't have it in my bullet points, but I'm going to share them with you. So as you're doing your videos, please make sure that you have adequate lighting, okay? Because when you do a video, people want to see you. And if you're kind of in the dark, folks are just looking around trying to figure out, well, where are you? Is this a voiceover or something? So make sure your lighting is adequate. The best kind of lighting to have, and I'll be honest with you, is natural sunlight. I'm doing this video now and I'm using natural sunlight. The window is open. And so I love this kind of lighting. Now, if you happen to be doing videos on a day that maybe it's a little overcast, cloudy out, you can always get the GE light bulbs, I believe it is, that simulate natural light. I do have those in my other studio. I don't have them here, but I do have those in my other studio. And I have them in a lamp that I can manipulate the angles of those lights to create that natural light. So you wouldn't necessarily know that I wasn't by a window because it looks like I am. So make sure your lighting is good. You want to make sure that you're speaking clear, that you're not talking too fast. I know for me, sometimes I get nervous and I tend to talk really fast. People are like, what did you just say? So slow it down. So again, you want good lighting, speak clear, slow down so we can understand what you're saying. And then last, but definitely not least, make sure your volume is all the way up. I can't tell you how many times I watched a video and I really wanted to be engaged with what was being said, but I could barely hear what the person was saying. So before you get started, and again, this is going to depend on what you're filming on. Is it I don't know if it's your phone, if your iPad, your tablet, if you're using a DSLR camera, whatever it is that you're filming on, make sure the volume is turned all the way up. Okay, because we do want to hear what you're saying. And last but not least, this is really the last one, I promise. Last but not least, get you a really good editing software. And the reason why I say that is because once you play your videos back, there's always going to be some weird things going on in your videos, and you want to be able to cut those out. So make sure you have really good editing software so that you can cut where you need to and have what seems to be a flawless video from beginning to end. Those are my coaching tips for today. I hope you find them useful. And until our next video, take care.